The latest vintage non-sports auction just ended, and man, the catalog was one of the best yet. I think there was like over 1,000 lots, and there was some pretty rare and unique pieces, especially like with the Gaudi company, where there was some trademarks, some advertising pieces, and rare one of a kind collectibles. Even single cards. There was a 1800s non-sports card from the Lone Jack Inventor set that reached over $5,000, which makes it one of the most expensive non-sports cards. Well, today I'm going to be recapping this auction, going over some of the best items that sold, and showing you some of the cards that I ended up purchasing, although that will be a separate video. All right, let's take a look at these sales. So this was no surprise to me that this ended up being the most expensive sale for this auction, and that is the N365 Lone Jack Inventors Thomas Edison. Now, this is a gorgeous copy, just to show you guys what this looks like over here. Not sure if this is like paper edition or paper loss, but like this looks great. And even on the back, like there was paper loss on it. Like I can't tell if that's a crease or not. I think this is a solid 2, 3, 4-ish copy. If that's paper loss, obviously I think that'll be a 2, but I think this presents really well. And the reason why this card is so expensive is, I don't know, at least like in my opinion, I like the Lone Jack Inventor set. I'm building this set, right? I'm 5 away, and I do have this Edison, but I think it's one of the more important Edison cards out there. I mean, there could be arguments made for his N76 or also Hess. His Hess may be rarer, but this has a better image. The N76 is a more common card, although it's not the easiest to find. But a very big sale. I think when I was doing my initial prediction in this auction, I thought this would go 3,000, 3,500. And I'm very fortunate to pick up my copy a few years ago. But some of this rare non-sports stuff has really been taken off. And $5,775. Definitely a grail of non-sports. And I don't know, like thinking about like expensive non-sports cards from the 1800s, what would be more expensive? Let me know in the comment section down below. Number 2 over here is the Duke N78 Civil War booklets. It'll take a second to load here on my computer. A lot of 50 of them sold for $2,500, so about $50 a card. You know, I think someone did pretty well on this. I'm pretty sure these sell for like $40, $50 alone, and you still have some of the bigger names. So I'm kind of curious what the Grant or the Lee look like. Let's see. That's a bigger name there, but kind of niche. Let's see, page 2 or page 3. And these are booklets, by the way. I know it says in the title, but there's a bunch of pages in between. SGC does grade these. I don't think PSA does, but there's the General Lee, which I would assume Lee's probably at least $200-$300, and there's the Grant, probably $200-$300 as well. So you're at $600 there. Some of the bigger names again would do pretty well. Sheridan, Sherman, also bigger names there too. Not the best there, but what I do like about this set too, and this also is the same like with the Poor Boys, is the art on the back. So like take a look at this art. Like the pictures don't do it justice, but like these look really nice in person. So $50 a card over there, probably not too bad. Something to price out. Next over here. So I actually know the owner. By the way, I do know the owner that picked up this Edison. I know the owner also for this Indian gum type piece. So I believe like there's let's go through this again. I forgot what he mentioned in my text messages. Like I should have probably read before going this video, but let's just see what it says over here. Well, premium photos could be after 50 wrappers. There are many 10,000 R73 Indian gum cards, but the lack manufacturer's name on the premiums leaves them a mystery on just what are the truly proper R74 premiums. The single R70 Indian premium is the only confirmed premium known to exist. Ah, okay, so that's what he was talking about. It was found with the original envelope, bought eBay auction 2002, measures 7x9, Gaudi. There you go. It's believed at this point, place with supply of the original prints exhausted. This is the only edition no one really knows. Maybe the only opportunity for someone to pick this up. Update. A bidder contacted me about the note that was mentioned in the email I not scan a picture of it. The note is a piece 2 by 8. This is Indian requested that you exhausted, substituting here within. Equally attractive Indian picture. Note is folded in half and still inside the mailing envelope. So it still has original documentation in. Take a look at this over here. This is pretty cool piece of history. The Gaudian gums are obviously pretty popular. Gaudi Gum Company. And this could be a very cheap price for this piece, especially with how popular it is. All right, let's take a look at this next one. I actually bought this one, funny enough. So, 1920 Susini's Cuba, actors and actresses, 182 cards. Well, I bought it for one card, and that is this one right here, Harry Houdini. Boom. I would say this is one of the Houdini rarest cards, possibly the rarest. Funny enough, I tried buying this card from a collector out of Germany. Had this in his own collection, but this is a different copy of it. But it's a very tough card to find. The Susini stuff is not easy by any means like that. I paid a pretty penny, $21.66 and 99 cents. But there's also 182 cards. There's some bigger names too. Will Rogers, Buster Keaton, Lloyd, Mix, and Valentino. Plus, I'm sure some of these other actors and actresses. I just have to go through the names and see. But let me show you the back as well on these, so you can see what that looks like. But yeah, so, and someone did reach out about one of the actresses in here, and I'm sure a few other people want some stuff in this lot. So I'll figure that out. Some of this will also go onto ComC. I can't tell you what these should be priced at. I have to do a lot more research on it, to be honest with you. But I know I like this Houdini card. And this is actually my first Houdini purchase. I still really want his Ogden, but I'll take this for now. And I like Susini cards. I have other Susinis as well, but they look way different than this. Next is a complete Mars attack set. It's still loading. So I know a lot of these high grades do some pretty good money. This one sold for $2,000. One bid, so min price was $1,700. I mean, it looked like a mid-grade set. I can't tell you what mid-grade goes for on here. So 55 cards. Looks like they have the checklist too, which I saw in a video for top 30 eBay non-sports sales. A checklist is on here multiple times, but it's checked off. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not too familiar with this to say how expensive it should be. The one card which I do recognize, obviously beyond card number 1 in the checklist. Where's that one at? It's the next page. Prize right there. It looks not too bad. Can't tell if that's trimmed though or just the photo. I just can't tell if some of these are trimmed or that's just how they're scanned in. I think that's just how they're scanned, but yeah, it looks like the scan because they all have that bow. But either way, pretty big sale there. Up next, N375 over here, a registry set actually, number 1 overall. And while that loads, I'll put up the Between Acts and Bravo, E3, and then do popular song and dances. So we'll get this going. So I'm curious on this dog set, how many cards there is in there. Number 1 overall. These Ellis cards are not easy. They have some of the generals, like they have the Grant and Lee and Stonewall Jackson, and they're tough to find. Let's see, like 3s, 5s. How many set cards? 25 cards in there. I mean, that's a big sale for a non-human subject matter, in my personal opinion. I don't know what these go for. But the artwork is really nice. I gotta say that. Just fan through some more of these, and I'll also show you what this back looks like on here too. So pretty cool. Then we have between the Axe and Bravo. So 6 card lot, 1789. So let's take a look who is in here. So first we have this George Washington. Let's zoom in a little bit. Probably about a 2.5, 2 or 2.5. My 2 looks nicer, but it has a crease. Here's that. And then you have Jefferson in there. Who else was in there? Monroe, bigger name. Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, bigger name too, and Martin Van Buren. So like the Washington in a 2-ish is like $400 right now. Jefferson probably about 200, and this is like if you can find the cards. They don't always sell. Andrew Jackson, I'd also say, is about that $200 range. So your money's in those 3 cards. Someone paid a lot for these, but I understand why, because you don't see them every day. So 1789 on that. There is 16 bids, so quite a lot. Now we have an E3 American Caramel Battleships complete PSA set, number 2 on the registry. So again, if you're a registry guy and you want to have more winners in your registry for non-sports, 1 bid, 1785. I can't comment on these because I just don't know enough about this set, to be honest with you, but decent grades, looks like. And then a T457 Duke, 25 popular songs and dances, 48 out of 50 cards, and 1600. Big sale there. And like this is some of the stuff I need to research still. It's just a little foreign to me. I'm more of specific subjects rather than kind of like these trade card types. All right, so there's those. We'll load up a few more over here. Going through this first page. All right, I think we're in a good spot. All right, so T86 Moving Picture Star Series. Don't know this set at all. 59 sold for $1,600. Egyptian Oasis or Piedmont Cigarettes. Issued 1917. Okay, so I'm curious who's in here. There had to be like a big name or something. I'm sure a lot of these are big names that I just don't recognize all of them. But that's what it tends to be. Oh, that's just like a very tough issue, which it also could be as well. I don't really recognize a lot of these names. But take a look at the backs. Look like Piedmont Cigarettes. They're pretty cool. Wonder if they have that Egyptian Oasis. No, it looks like all Piedmont. Yeah, all Piedmont on those. Let me know on the set. I'm kind of curious. This next one, okay, N112. So I was originally bidding on this, and then I kind of backed off. I needed both of these, to be honest, but I wanted this one more than anything else, and I actually purchased a copy of this card. So I spent $850 for a copy. This is not my copy. Mine doesn't have paperless on the front; it's on the back. But the lot of these, the 2 sold for $1,600. So I feel like I did pretty well buying $800. My back looks a little worse than that, but I think my front is a better copy overall. Still need to get this one, the Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Clay. But another day, right? Like, you don't need to purchase everything all at once. Three Stooges, I mean, nothing too special, right? Cards 1 through 3 over here. I think there was, like, last card also went for a little pretty penny, seen from some of these eBay sales. But classic non-sports set. That no bids on that one for $1,200, so that did not sell. Incredible Gaudi, some Gumboy salesman promo material. Huh, okay. Boy Scouts over here. That's pretty cool. Oh, and it's all scanned and everything over here too. Pretty sweet. $1,400 on that. R41, Walter Johnson Candy, Dick Tracy. 144 with Box Topper. I bid on some smaller lots of this. I didn't know the set, but I was going to look at it for ComC side of things. 1960s Spanish Civil War news, high grade. Huh. Oh, it's in Spanish like that. Spain, it was issued in. It's pretty cool. I didn't realize they issued it in multiple countries. All right, let's keep going through. Put up these next ones over here, and we'll finish through page one. N17 naval flags. Again, the flag stuff is always really cool. Really great imagery. Complete set of 50, $1,100. Like you're talking about like less than 22. I mean, it's about $22 per flag. I think there's a ton of bargain there. Um, French Civil War news. So we saw the Spanish. This is a French version as well. Then, no, I don't know anything about this card. Sea scenes. Oh, the big sale, $700. I don't know anything about it. I lost on this auction over here. It this outsold what I thought. I mean, $741. Maybe I should have comped it. I thought Dempsey was like maybe 300, Kilrain like 150, Mitchell probably about 150. So it probably got very close to market overall before buyer's premium and everything like that. But I could be off too. But this is not the Jack Dempsey most people think. This is obviously the 1800s one. There's another Jack Dempsey 1920s. I think a lot of people get confused between the two, but and pretty clean backs overall. A little staining, a little paper loss, everything like that. T59 mixed back series, lot of 200 cards. Pretty nice there. 200 cards for $700. R773 Indian Gum 96. So reissue, which I didn't even realize existed until I bought that 1947 card on ComC. But 96 cards. This one sold for $698. And then King B Tobacco stand near mint pins. Outside my ballpark. $700 on that one. Kenny Bros Surf Beauties Library Album 4 high grade copy. Sweet Capital cigarettes, kind of some interesting artwork over there. $690. When the auction got listed, I was thinking about bidding on this card, Laurel and Hardy. I don't know if it fit my PC. This was a pretty big sale. I'd assume $700. But I believe this is like a high number, and that's why this also goes for a little bit of a premium. And lastly, first page, N23 Ginter Songbirds, 50 cards, $673. So $14. Each of those cards, I think someone will do okay on those. It kind of just depends on backs and if any of them can be graded or not. I did not do my research specifically on these ones, so I could not tell you. But let's move on to this second page, see other stuff. I'm not going to pick up every one on the second page. We'll go through a few other pages. And, I didn't see those. It's tough when there's auctions like this to see everything, really. Because there's so much here listed. The price captive, the one I talked about, that sold for $510 and a 6. Oh, I'm curious what that poor boy lot did. Load that up. I lost on that one, the Horrors War. Alright, Sea Raiders. So this is the Sea Raider set. Some of you guys might know the Blackbeard on there. Official trademark, which I think is pretty cool. Really cool over here. Worldwide Gum. I think they had some amazing Gaudi pieces in this collection, by the way, that got auctioned. Like, amazing stuff. So cool. All right, American Indians lot of 10. kind of larger cards. But these, I've seen them in person. They're stunning, really. T304, PX 108. I'm not too familiar with PX 108 PX cards in general. Really nice. Let's read what it says. Made in Germany. Huh. I mean, artwork on these are really nice. And that's what the backs look like. Interesting. Or they're like that. Pretty cool design. T100 silhouettes. I had no idea what this is. Interesting. Not my cup of tea. Between the Axe and Bravo, some really cool cards. You saw the presidential stuff. But original tobacco pack there, $600. Non-sports Bible. I eventually want to read a PDF of the Non-sports Bible. I think there was some. I think once at the Non-sports card show I went to. $600 for a book. Occupations. There's a baseball one in the set. I want to say. I think it's a war one. I want to see where the baseball one is. Or it's the umpire. I think that's it right there. Bad decision by the umpire. There we go. I knew there was a baseball themed one. G-Men. Wonder if there's any of the short prints in here or not. Machine Gun Kelly right there. 6MC. I still have my French G-Men card. I don't even know how tough that one is. N79s. I kind of talked about that a little bit earlier, but Edgar Allan Poe is all your money on this one. Harrison's not bad. Cornell University, not bad as well. I mean, not as expensive. Longfellow, not as expensive, but Poe, $300 card right now, give or take. And back's pretty clean too. I think I have a Poe and a 2, I want to say. But $500. Probably pretty good price for that lot. Horrors of War, R86. I can't remember how far off Thunderbit I was, but I mean, 186 cards, right? $3 a card. You're already at 540, so you're under that for this lot. Someone do pretty well. Andre the Giant in a 5. I didn't even see this. $470. I won the Silva slot. 74 cards. The reason why I bid pretty high on this one is there's 4 card number ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I mean, that's like a 1-ish. I don't know what the other ones look like for sure. But that's your money in the lot. I mean, it sold for $464. That's probably like $40, $50 alone. And then you still have these other 3, which I'll grade out. I think I have like a 3 or 4, which is not a great grade, but I'll just upgrade my copy and sell others. It's kind of interesting. The silvers I've seen before. I wonder, there's a non-sports dealer called Alex. I wonder if he ended up buying those as well. He had a collection of silvers. I also bought this James Jeffries box. I guess we're seeing some of the stuff I bought. So that's Elvis, 74 cards, 460. The rest, come see it. Lake Erie Governors, Benjamin Biggs. Really cool back on that card. And handled it. So that's what I was talking about, the silverbacks. Jeffries. There's a Jack Johnson in this set. Sullivan. Like, there's a lot of big names. So I'm gonna grade some of this stuff. Like the backs look pretty clean too. Like some of them are doing pretty well, but I don't know each of them. We'll see. I mean, what is there? 52 cards, and then the Joker, so 53. So for 380, like $6-7 a card overall. I think I will do okay with those. On page 4 now, I'm actually recording the second day, so if I do repeat some of the verbiage that I said, I do apologize. But this 1951 Howdy Do Magic trading cards, I'm not too familiar with that. So let's see. Interesting. Kind of basic back on those side of things. 357, one bid on that for 13 cards. Let's see what else we have. A pirate set. I can't remember if this set has a Blackbeard card in it. I'm thinking it does, but could be wrong. Or it's like a Spanish set that looks like this that does. I was also looking up those 3 rare cards. I was shocked at the comps. Very, very expensive. But the other 60 cards, $360. Let's see. Man on the Moon, 200 plus high grade. That's actually probably a pretty good deal. This cabinet, Statue of Liberty. I actually bought this grant, so we'll go over it when we go through my purchases. Oh, I didn't even see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Neil Armstrongs. Oof. I would have bid more than that, to be honest with you. Collins here. Dang. And those they look nice too. Dang, dang, dang. Well, you live and you learn. Should have spent more time researching. Cabinet card, Statue of Liberty. I did not bid on this one. Wasn't too interested in it, but pretty big sale, $337. Or at least Statue of Liberty. What Gum, War cards, flags, Virginia Brights. I tried going through this lot to see if I recognized any of the names. I did not. But 63 cards, what did it sell for? $313. Going through more packaging, some Superman stuff, types of nationalities, Star Trek. Move on to the next page. Mars Attack PSA 7 register type card. E123 actors, actresses, high numbers, 245s, 300 or $284. And I was the underbidder on this. I think this went pretty cheap. But a good set that you can get graded, and they're kind of popular. But $291. A lot of like 2/3-ish, some like 1.5s without paper loss. Glue still on these cards, so keep going through. Original packs, that's may not be a bad deal. You have to look at what those go for. Gaudi gum stock certificate, that's pretty cool. A lot of cool Gaudi stuff. Going through. Kalamazoo bat, non-sports, their baseball stuff's extremely expensive. I want this over here too. I guess I'll go over this a little bit, and it'll be a repeat video when I do go over this stuff. But I bought it for literally just one card. This Bob Marley right here. This is one of his first cards, or people call rookies. So it'd be like a cello pack. And I mean, this Cardinal 1 now is like $80 to $100. So 4 packs, $257. We'll see what I do with the others on there. Go through a few more pages, stuff. Just kind of honorable mentions and things like that. Animal series. I think I bid on that, but I lost. Types of All Nations, 26 cards, 238. Probably a pretty good deal there. You're going to break those up. N15. Poor Boys over here too. There's no bigger names in these Poor Boys, I don't think. Let's go through those. I lost on this John Glenn 9, $220. I bid like, I think I was the bidder at like 180 or something like that. So kind of sucks, but it happens. On Lane Palmer, pretty popular. Baseball and golf also in there. Let's see these. If there's any bigger names, N79s. John Wilkes Booth, I believe that's like his brother or something like that, if I remember correctly, but he was like an actor. Longfellow's a bigger name. Going through. Eli Whitney, Lone Jack. We'll load that up in a second. Lost on that lot. American History panels. I think I lost on that one too, but I'll look later. Pretty good price, to be honest with you. Whitney. Multiple creases there. 1015, $214. Wouldn't say 100% a common, a little bit bigger name in the Lone Jack set, but not one of the big three. Or even like top five. I don't know. Like if I count the top five in the set, I mean, obviously one is Edison, number two is Franklin, number three is going to be Bell. Then you have like Galileo and you have Morse and Fulton. I think that would be like a top six in the set. Well, I'll keep going through more Pirates cards. Sunny South lot of 5. Wasn't too familiar with that. I took a look at it. I think this set has like a Bernie Sanders card in it that's pretty popular. Take a look at that in a second. And people collect a lot of political cards from both sides of the spectrum. So, personally, not my collection, but I understand why people go after it. Yeah, right there. Oh, John Glenn's in that set. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. The astronaut side of things. Jim Bunning as well. Baseball. Mitch McConnell. Let's see if I recognize any of their names. I believe that's probably Chuck Schumer. Didn't she pass away recently or something like that? I can't remember. I remember some of these names. Not the baseball player, obviously. John McCain, Rand, Pelosi, Biden. Maybe that's one of first Biden's cards also. I don't know. I guess these are all just the bigger names that were cherry picked. 535 cards in there. Okay, so I think someone will end up doing pretty well. 535 cards if you break them up. I'm sure some of the bigger names too fetch a good penny. That's kind of interesting. That Glenn is a pretty cool card, and that same with Bunning. Sitting Bull. Lost on this lot. I was looking to kind of flip that one. Another Mars Attack and a 7. A few more pages left. We'll just do top 10. There, I mean, there's 52 pages. It took forever for me to even go through this, and you can tell I missed some lots. But I mean, let me know what you guys bought in the comments down below. Palmer, this is the cricket card, and that's end of page 10. We'll just do one more for you guys, and I'll follow up video later this week. Josh Billings, test issue, packs. So yeah, that is the vintage non-sports auction. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one where I show you my pickups.